Hey yo, E-Kings Fight News. And y'all know what it is. Back at it, man. Shout out to the whole LDBC, man. Lions Den boxing community. And shout out to Dillian Whyte. This is what he had to say about Eddie Hearn. He said, hey, Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua have not made a serious offer to make a fight as of yet. They're still playing games. They're still lowballing. And as of right now, they'd rather fight Jarrell Miller. That's coming out of Dillian Whyte's mouth. And it's E-King Fighting. He's got more on this. All right. So when I said that Anthony Joshua will probably fight Jarrell Miller next, I didn't expect Dillian Whyte to agree with me. Not at all. But it turns out he's saying the same thing I'm saying. AJ would rather fight Jarrell Miller over a Dillian Whyte rematch. But let's get into it. This is what Dillian Whyte had to say. E-King Fighting these guys. Alright, so check this out. Dillian Whyte, Eddie Hearn, Trey words over Joshua deal fallout. According to heavyweight contender Dillian Whyte, there was never a serious attempt by promoter Eddie Hearn to make a rematch with unified belt holder Anthony Joshua. And this is what Dillian Whyte had to say. It's clear to me that they've never been serious about making a fight with me for April. Whyte told Garrett Davies of Telegraph Sport, if they were serious, they should have started negotiating sooner and with more realistic terms. The way he's going about his business, Joshua won't be fighting me, Wilder, or Fury anytime soon. Y'all see that? Dillian Whyte is telling you based on his dealings with Anthony Joshua right now, he ain't in no rush to fight anybody that's going to take that O away. When it comes to, telling you guys, when it comes to Deontay Wilder, when it comes to Tyson Fury, these kind of names spook them out. They make them think about angels and demons, man. Shit. They make them think about some other shit. Right? That's what happens to AJ when he's faced with, you know, I'll just say top 5, anybody in the top 5 heavyweight division. Give this guy that fucking creeps and shit. Give this guy the creeps. Literally, man. But you know what? Dillian Whyte knows what it is. Whyte has disputed that claim that says the deal is nowhere near being done. Called the rematch approaches of Joshua and Hearn as half-hearted. It's clear to me they have never been serious about making the fight for April 13th. They have had the Wembley date booked for ages and have known AJ was available since he beat Alexander Povetkin, yet didn't even make an initial offer until the 10th of January, several weeks. That's several weeks after he knocked out Derek Chisora. We could have made that fight if Joshua really wanted it, but it's clear to me all along that they've been focused on making Jarrell Miller fight in New York City on DAZN. Eddie's been trying to make him and Joshua look like they've made a serious attempt to make the fight with me for April 13th, but I know Eddie have dealt with him for years and he didn't make a real attempt. It's so obvious Joshua doesn't want to fight me. He wants to go to America and fight Miller. That's easy money. 100%. This was their plan the whole time. Eddie Hearn reacted in the way Eddie Hearn would normally react and be like, hey, you know what? This is what basically he's saying, Dillian, we've been offering him. We've been offering him, he doesn't want to make the fight. Eddie Hearn just turns his shit right back on them. Like, we've been dangling the carrot. He literally used this metaphor. You know, the carrot has been, he has the opportunity to be, you know, world champion Anthony Joshua. Man, fucking Eddie Hearn, man. That's what happens when you fuck with Eddie Hearn, man. This is what happens. So, might look good for Jarrell Miller. But even Jarrell Miller has been laughing at some of these offers coming his way. It's like Eddie Hearn gets laughed out by Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte says, you know what, man, Eddie, you don't want the fight. Jarrell Miller gets an offer. Jarrell Miller's like, yo, Eddie, you really want the fight or what? Right? So, Eddie knows how to dangle that carrot, which is Joshua. You know, he knows how to sell this guy. He knows how to make him, quote-unquote, a commodity. But the truth is out, man. Like everybody knows what it is. Dillian Whyte knows he's worth more than fucking 20%, 25%. I don't even know what Eddie Hearn offered him. Right? I mean, if Dillian Whyte says he made more to beat up on old man Derek Chisora, I mean, come on, guys. AJ's supposed to be making fucking $20 million a fight. If he's making $20 million, his opponents should be making at least $5 million. Whether it's AJ or not, I think Charles Martin got $5 million. Now, I know Dillian Whyte doesn't have a belt, but he's got more name recognition than Charles Martin. And you know what they really say? Belts don't fucking matter. Look at what happened with Tyson Fury. Did he need to get a belt to fight Deontay Wilder? No. Guess what? Lineal championship means something. It's just like how, you know, everyone wants to talk about lineal came out of nowhere. No. I've been talking about the lineal championship back when Canelo won that shit from Miguel Cotto. Everyone's like, oh, you know, Cotto's fighting Canelo. There's no title on the line. Yo, fuck, what do titles really mean? Floyd Mayweather could fight whoever the fuck he wanted to. Doesn't mean, you know, a belt needs to be on the line. Shit, you know, at some point, they're going to make up the belts. If you're the top draw, look at what happened with Canelo Triple G. WBC had to make up a fucking title to put on the line. Right? They had to make their own goddamn, you know, WBC fucking Intercontinental Championship and shit. Like, whatever the fuck that was. The witch old belt, whatever you want to call it. You know. They put that extra shit on the line, just like WBC, they want to put a diamond belt on the line when it comes to Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia. You see, that fight's really for the IBF title. But the WBC, you know, if the fight's big enough, they'll make up a title and put it on the line. And when it comes to this fight, shit, it's gonna bring some people, you know, to the arena. I mean, Dillian Whyte, I mean, in the UK, he's done pay-per-view 2 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. It's like I said before. If Dillian Whyte were to fight a guy like a Deontay Wilder, that would be a massive fight. All of a sudden, it's a massive fight. You know, it could be Dillian Whyte's biggest payday. It could be Deontay Wilder's biggest payday. But you see how that works? At the end of the day, it takes 2 to tango. And it seems to me like Anthony Joshua doesn't get it. It's like he really doesn't get it. It takes 2 to tango. You can't dance on your own. You can't dance without a partner, AJ. And he's not eager to put up, you know, what these guys nowadays are willing to accept. I mean, that's just facts. It's all facts. AJ knows. He knows that now was the time to come out to the media, say what you got to say, because guess what? You know Wilder ain't fucking with you. You know Wilder has no plans on making the AJ fight. He tried to do it. He was willing to accept every fucking, bullshit offer. But what pushed him over the edge was the fact that he couldn't get a real rematch clause when you guys said you would give him a rematch clause. I mean, that's what did it. You didn't give him a rematch clause. You didn't give him a date. You didn't give him a venue. You say, oh, you got to sign that contract now. Fucking. Meanwhile, Dillian Whyte admits, like any other fighter would admit, that contracts sometimes don't get signed until the day of the fight. I mean, in boxing, do they really take the contract that serious? You hear about verbal contracts all the time. Eddie Hearn has verbal contracts with guys like Dillian Whyte, who fight on a fight-to-fight basis with him. Tony Bellew, who's really fucking retired at this stage. Why does he need to sign a contract with Eddie Hearn? No, they're just gonna go off each other's word at some point. Right? I wouldn't be surprised to know if Amir Khan signed some contracts late. But he seems to be about his business as well. At the same time, a guy like Amir Khan's been willing to take on any kind of fight if there was some legit prize or some legit title on the line. He's been willing to fight a Lamont Peterson in Washington. Totally, completely giving up any kind of, I'm A-side, I deserve home field advantage or some bullshit like that. At some point, when does it become, I'm the better fighter, and guess what? I'm going to destroy whoever's in front of me, regardless of where I'm fighting. Do you have to be in the UK to feel comfortable and shit? So that's the energy AJ's projecting right now. That's not me talking. That's what he's putting out there by his actions. So Dillian Whyte can see right through it and say, these guys are hoes, man. What the fuck? And right now he's getting, guess what? They used you. I don't know if he gets it or if he just is really getting like absolutely fucked over with these offers. Right? But Dillian Whyte is finally starting to talk like Deontay Wilder was talking about. This is the key thing. It's the key thing you don't want to talk about. Dillian Whyte is talking like Deontay Wilder was talking when he was dealing with Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua. And this is the truth they don't want to hear. But guess what? Anthony Joshua is more likely to fight Jarrell Miller. Jarrell, big belly, NFL, wanting to get into the NFL, dude. Get this guy the fuck out of here, man. Go play for the fucking Minnesota Vikings or go play for that random ass team, unless they put you on the LA Rams just because you got whatever the TV look, whatever you want to call it, man. It is what it is. We ain't looking out for you like that. But, there's other markets for them. Go ahead. See what the NFL, how they churn out these guys over and over again. You want to do that? Then it's on him. Fucking. But you know what? I got to respect Dillian Whyte for really not just taking any offer that's been given to him. Because he knows he's actually in a leveraged position here. Because maybe deep down, Anthony Joshua does want to stay at home. And maybe he'll pay a premium to do it. But y'all let me know what you think, E-King Fight News, man. I've already said my opinion on the situation. I think AJ fights Jarrell Miller for several reasons. I've broken down those reasons. I got a 3 reasons video that clearly explains why AJ is going to fight Jarrell Miller next. But you know what? I could literally do a 5 reasons type of video all over again. I could do it all over again, where I tell you why AJ is going to fight Jarrell Miller. And one of the reasons a lot of people don't notice is Amir Khan is going to be facing Terrence Crawford April 20th, Madison Square Garden. Think about it, guys. Amir Khan is going to be doing a Sky pay-per-view on the UK side with Terrence Bud Crawford. Them Amir Khan fans are going to buy that shit. And Adam Smith, Sky Sports head, said he doesn't want to do 2 pay-per-views. Guess what? Anthony Josh's supposed to fight April 14th. But Sky Sports doesn't want to do 2 pay-per-views. But we know Amir Khan's fighting Terrence Crawford. So is AJ going to duck out for Sky Sports as well? Because they don't want to do 2 pay-per-views. You see how it works? This is what happens when you fuck with... This is what happens when you fuck with Eddie Hearn. He'll end up fucking you over. You know, it's funny. It's funny how people want to talk about, oh, no one's ever sued the guy. Maybe he fucks you over in ways you can't really get him legally, but he still ends up fucking you over. This is exactly why guys like, he can't even get close to guys like Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis. Can't even get close to this guy. A guy like Leonard Ellerby, who's around these cats, knows Eddie Hearn's a fucking, just as snaky as he is. I'll say it flat out. Just a snake. He can spot a snake because he either is a snake or he's a fucking mongoose. One or the other. He can spot a fucking snake. And that's just is what it is. So Eddie Hearn hasn't been able to sign anybody, right? Just had this StubHub situation where he can't get his third parties to buy up the tickets in 7 minutes or less. Y'all know that was a scam, man. On some levels, I'm just getting started, but y'all know I gotta cut this shit off at some point. So King Fight News, man. Let me know what you guys think. Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. Dillian Whyte, basically saying Anthony Joshua's a stray hoe, and he really doesn't want the fight. I.e., he's ducking the rematch. So y'all let me know what you think. King Fight News, man. Smash the like button. And we're out. Peace.